it's Liz Yuille from Old Stables Crafts. Thank you very much for joining me again today. You probably saw me doing a quick sneaky, oops, I forgot to put the card in the camera. If you get my meaning, and my brain is obviously mush again. So, today I want to talk to you about a little challenge that I set my team once a month. This is a new thing that I'm doing because the team is spread almost literally from top to bottom of the UK. I've got a lady in Glasgow, or just outside Glasgow, I should say, and I think my further south is probably Surrey. East is Essex. Furthest west, I haven't really got anyone particularly far to the west. But anyway, we are spread. So we tend to keep up by Facebook and Facebook Live and newsletters and that sort of stuff. And we get to meet up at some team events as well. So in-person team events as well. So, one of the things that I'm adding into my team thing this year, this Stampin' Up year, is a monthly challenge. And this is my June monthly challenge. I send out a little flyer with each of the challenges and tell them what I've enclosed. So, this is based around the Share What You Love bundle, mostly because I had quite a lot of it, so I had enough to share with them. Because I provide the pack. And what they got this month was, let's pop that to one side, we'll come back to that, half a sheet of So Saffron, half a sheet of Rich Raspberry, a piece of 6 by 4 inch of that designer series paper, and I'm going to have to stick this back together again, a piece of this designer series paper. They all got the same, because I like to be fair. And what else do they got? They got some of the Rich Raspberry Velvet Ribbon and some of the Tranquil Tide Baker's Twine that is in the embellishment box. So a little selection. And the rules are that they can add Whisper White, Very Vanilla, any stamping, any ink, heat, and that should say, or dry embossing, punching and or die cut. So they can add extra bits to it other than anything really fundamental. So there's a limited supply because some of them have more things, more products than others, and I want it to be an inclusive thing. There's a random draw for whoever uploads pictures. I just see how many pictures have been uploaded, and I do a random draw from that, and they post it in the Facebook page. They're asked to load a separate picture for each item that they've made, and they can make 3D, they can do a card, they can do scrapbooking pocket pages, whatever they want, just so long as they use the basic kit that I've sent plus the bits that they're allowed to add. Now, I like to make sure that I can play along as well, so that I can show that it does work. So this is one of the cards that I've made, and this is actually based on a card that one of my friends, Helen, showed people how to make when we were at the Eden Centre a few weeks ago, or a week and a half ago. And this is using the lovely embossing folder that comes in the suite, which I've now managed to waylay. It's here somewhere. Oh, here it is. Can't see it for looking. It's one of the Textured Impressions 3D embossing folders. It's gorgeous. So all I've done with this is run a sheet of Rich Raspberry through, and it's my usual mat, and then scuffed, and I think scuffed is the technical word, some Whisper White Craft ink over the top to give it a kind of vintage look. I've taken it around the edge as well, added a piece of the velvet ribbon, and then just stamped in the middle. So I thought I would do a slightly different version of that for today. So hence I have gutted that, because I don't want to waste any of it, because it's lovely. So I'm adding another half sheet of Whisper White, and this is the thick Whisper White, which is the base for the previous card, and I've just scored it down the middle. Then what I'm going to do is, with some So Saffron, I've already embossed on Whisper White the embossing folder, but this time I'm doing it the other way round. Now I don't know if this is going to work. We'll see, because you know me, I like to do these things just live sometimes. So saffron ink pad and a brayer, and it's not actually got red ink on it, it's clean, it's stained, so it's clean dirt, not dirty dirt. So all I'm going to do is, without putting too much pressure on, is add some saffron ink, because, and it's working, my theory is that if you do it this way up and you don't apply too much pressure, I'm doing a bit too much, you will get a debossed impression. I might actually give that another go with a different piece, because I want to apply less pressure. So let's just do that quickly again. So all I'm going to do is run this through my Big Shot, and you just need the basic Big Shot platform and one cutting plate, because the embossing folder acts as the other cutting plate. So let's try this again and do more gentle adding of the ink. That's better. I was pressing too hard. I was too keen. Much better. So the key is gentle and layers. And it's gorgeous. So don't think of this embossing folder as only being able to go in one direction. It can deboss just as well as it can emboss, and you can get some really nice effects. Now obviously if you used a darker ink, Rich Raspberry would go with the papers, or Tranquil Tide, or even Mint Macaron would be a darker finish than So Saffron. I really didn't set myself the easiest of tasks. And just add a bit more pressure where there is no embossing. And there we go. And then just roll that off, and I will give that a wash somewhere else. Right, so that is our lovely debossed piece. And then I've gutted one of the pieces of paper because I don't want to waste it. And I'm just going to stick that on there with that. So I'll just run some snail right the way round the edge. And just pop that on. And then make sure it's well and truly stuck, and then I can use that for something later. Yummy! Love it, love it, love it! Okay, now I can't remember exactly how much Tranquil Tide I gave them, but I'm going to hope I gave them enough to go around the card twice. So once, twice. I think I gave them about 20 inches, I think. I think I was reasonably generous. I like to be as generous as I can with my team. I can't, do everything for them, but I can do what I can. And I like them to be able to try products that they may not otherwise have got. So, there we go. And it's just a bit of fun. And it's just between us, so, all good stuff. Right, so that just adds a little something something. Cut those bits off and grab some dimensionals. And I'm going to add dimensionals to the back so that we can add a bit more, I know it's a pun, dimension. Deliberately stick one over there so that we've got something to hold the twine in place. Then remove these, and other than putting a sentiment on the inside of our card, we are done. So this will be the second project that I have made with the kit. And I will remember that I've already used half a sheet of, have I taken all of those off? Yes, half a sheet of rich raspberry before I make anything more. But there we go. So there we are. So that's my version of Helen's card. I hope you enjoyed that. Just a bit of fun. If you did, thumbs up. If you wish to subscribe to see more, there is a button down in the bottom right hand corner. If you need dimensions and a list of products, down in the description bar below there are two links. One is, the first one takes you to the blog post for this video. The second one is a link that takes you to launches another page which has got all my social media links on it, so Pinterest, it's got my online store, all that good stuff. If you want any products, there's a hostess code in the description below. You can use that to get some more free stuff from me. If you're spending between £25 and under £150, if you use the hostess code, then you will get a share in any hostess rewards for the month. So lots of goodies. Yum! Like sending out goodies to my customers and to my team. So, thank you very much indeed for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye!